Today's video is made possible by our friends at Simply Safe.
Welcome back, friends, to the shop. So very exciting today. Our shipment from Wavian came in for our fuel storage plan. So we're going to I'll go get those. They're stacked up a huge pile of boxes out by the road. We'll do a quick unboxing on that. And then you guys asked for it, so I'm going to do it. We're going to split the cases on these cans, the Chinese one versus the high quality one, and take a look at the inside where things are not so obvious and see what the differences are. So let's go get our boxes. We'll get those opened and then we'll get into it. Looks like we're going to have a few trips here. At least they're not heavy. All right, guys, should we find out what we got here? So I'm hoping, my plan is that this will be the last time I have to buy cans. I'm going to phase out the plastic ones and just get rid of them and just have the can solution solved. Okay, so these are not gas cans. Actually, these are my water storage cans. So these are the Wavian plastic cans, and 5 gallons. 20 liters, 5.3 gallons, or what have. Oh, nope, there's a mix. So we'll set them aside here. Let's see what we got here. So plan is to keep, we got lots of water around here. It's not a big problem, but just in case, I bought 6 of those that we'll keep down in the larder. Okay, so here's the first of the diesel cans. The diesel being yellow, of course. There it is, everything all stacked up. Fuel storage solution for life problem solved. Okay, so let me show you what I did and kind of why. So obviously the 6 red cans for the non-ethanol fuel for generators and small engines. So that's 20 liters, so that's 5.3 gallons per can. So with the half, if these were all full, that's 40 gallons. So for me, if I was running the Honda generator about a gallon a day or so, for my needs, the 2000, that would be 40 days of generator power, not to mention the fuel that I have in the vehicles that I could get out as well. And the half can, of course, for Mrs. W, I'll show you here the unleaded awesome spout here. And then on the other side, the diesel, same thing, 40 gallons of diesel, and then the half can for just convenience as well. Now these guys here, you can't put potable water in the blue Wavian cans because they have that coating on the inside that's designed for fuel, so it's not safe. So so I've got 6 of these plastic ones. So these are quite a bit less expensive, but they're very good quality, heavy duty, and they are food grade. So that takes care of that. To round it out, I did get 2 of the blue cans for the kerosene. Excuse me, kerosene will go in there. 10 gallons of kerosene on hand for the lamps, and then I'll show you. So that's coming up, the reason for the kerosene here. And then finally, I got 2 green ones for whatever. What I was kind of thinking with these, my granddad always took a 5 gallon of water in the jerry cans for the vehicles, maybe something like that. So I don't know, just it gives me some flexibility when I want to put something in there that's not gas, not diesel, not kerosene, and keeping it simple. And when I suffer from dementia in the advanced ages, maybe I won't be inclined to make a mistake. So let's take a look at the spout really quick, and then we'll split those cans and look inside. This is the part that I'm probably most excited about. Finally, the spout like I grew up with. The granddad always had the old accordion style high quality spouts, and I don't know where Wavian's getting these. Maybe they're importing them from Europe, where they have reasonable gas can laws, but there's 2. So there's one here with a small unleaded spout, so that's small enough where you can get that in the filler tube, and then a wide mouth one for diesel equipment, kerosene, tractors and such. So I haven't seen these before. Let's install it and see how it fits. You'll notice on some of these cans like this, they're a little bit scratched and beat up. If you go on to sometimes on the Wavian site, they'll have a scratch and dent, and you can get a discount on them. I didn't care if it had the little bit beat up, as long as they were weren't too bad a shape. So for just our old school deal, looks like the gasket's in there, ready to go. Oh, thank you, man. I just finally I'm going to order another one of these just so in case I can't get them anymore. But that's the way a gas can spout should be, huh? How's the, goes on there nice. How's the other one fit? You see on these, the gasket doesn't fall out. Thank you very much. And that locks down there. Yeah, that is very much appreciated. We're ready to split these open. So just a note, if you ever have to work on a fuel can, brazing a hole or fixing a gas can in an old vehicle, do not, even if it's empty, do not use anything that causes sparks on it. It's not the fuel, it's not the liquid that burns, it's the vapors, the fumes on gas. So those vapors will explode like a bomb. So the guys back in the day, they would fill the tanks up with water and then turn the part to be repaired on the high side, and that water displaces all the vapors. So this has never had gas in it, only water, so I'm not concerned about it. We're gonna use a little pneumatic cutoff wheel here and cut these open here.
We have been using Simply Safe for just under a year, and we have found it to be very effective and reliable. It is very easy to use, and it gives us peace of mind to know that our house is monitored 24/7 in the event something happens. It's even so reliable that if the power goes out, it still works, which is great.
Simply Safe on. Home.
I am the family's CFO, and I rule with an iron fist. Simply Safe's pricing is fair and honest, and there is no long-term contract. We have a toddler, and for good or ill, she can now open doors. It makes me a little afraid sometimes. So as a preventative measure, my honey has installed the new front door locking system.
Simply Safe on. Home.
So this is what I'm excited about, and honestly, I'm surprised it's very attractive. You would never know that it is an automatic deadbolt with electronics in there. And I'm guessing it was easy to install because Cody only sent me out for one screwdriver, took him 90 seconds. I didn't have to run back and forth to the shop. There are 4 different ways to activate the deadbolt. The first is the keypad. The second, the key fob. Third, the phone. You just press the button. And the fourth is just by moving it. One of our favorite features is the phone app. When our house sitter comes, I can press a button. It opens the deadbolt and he can come. I just leave the key inside for him. It works great. Visit simplysafe.com/Wranglerstar for more information.
Okay, what do we see inside here? Now this is the wavy, and this is of course our high dollar can. We've got that red coating in there. I guess my main concern is I don't want a coating that's going to be flaking off into my fuel. All we know is that as far as I could tell, this has been used for 25 years through a lot of militaries and such, and I haven't been able to find anybody complaining about it. Now we can see here on the inside where it was damaged, where we dented it, that this stuff does indeed flake off. So just know that, if you do have a can that takes a big smash in it or something, the chance I can see that coating cracking in there. I can tell, having a background in auto body, I can tell that there wasn't a lot of prep done on this, and that this paint does not stick very well. I would like to see that done a little bit better. At least they should maybe even shot it or sandblast it or something to get a little bit more adhesion on there. That's the way it is. I don't know if they're all like that, but that's what this one is. We can see we got a nice welded seam right there, very thick metal. That's why it held up so good. On the other side here, we can see on the Wavian, same thing. Some of that coating did come loose where we damaged it. You can see where they didn't quite coat it right there on the top as well. This is a new can, and it sat with water in it for, a week or so since we did the initial test, and you can see that they didn't quite get it sprayed on the top. Here's the vent. That's kind of interesting. So if you look inside, you can see right there we've got that whole top section there that's nice and wide for that vent. So as you pour, you don't get the glugging effect near as much if you can let the air rush in there. And then that is comes out right there on the top. So that's a pretty good design right there. Inside the China can, we can see here, yeah, bare metal. That's kind of what we thought here. Starting to rust a little bit right there. That's going to be a problem. And guys might say, well, I don't put water in my gas. It shouldn't be a problem. You don't know. What I have found, especially running high-performance motorcycles and equipment, and guys will find out that a lot of stations don't have very fresh gas. Some have fresher than others. It's been sitting around longer, and some of them have more water in them. Maybe they're old underground tanks. Maybe they just, it's not exactly the same all the way around. We have, I guess it is welded, but it's very flimsy, this connection point right here, compared to the Wavian, and no coating. You can see a little bit of green in there, but that's just a little bit of overspray from the outside. All right, that's about it, guys. So that's kind of what we expected. Hard to tell by looking in the inside with the flashlight, but we do know the China can uncoated substandard vent system, it's going to rust, and that rust is going to affect your fuel. Maybe if you're just storing kerosene or diesel, not so much. That kind of is a protectant of itself. Gasoline, that's always the more critical one. The Wavian does have the coating. Could have been done a little bit better on the top, a little bit of cutting corners there, or just lack of attention to detail, quality control, as well as not a lot of preparation before the coating is applied. So is that going to be a problem? Who knows? The guy wants to make sure that you have a good straining funnel on hand just in case you start seeing flaking or coating going on, like I was doing with my granddad's jerry cans. That stuff was coming apart. I was using a filtering funnel, and then it was just had a whole bunch of paint and coating inside there. So there is no, unless someone's going to start making stainless steel ones, and none of us could afford those. That's just what we have to deal with. So unless you want to go to plastic, and that's kind of a disposable item anyway. So thanks for watching. We'll get into filling these up. I'll take you along for that. We'll talk about stabilizing, if that really works or if it doesn't, and a little bit about the big tank storage. I'm thinking about doing a 300-gallon round tank and a 500-gallon diesel tank with a hand pump on it for big storage. This would be the small storage. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next video.